It's a pleasant good evening from the Panther Den as we get set for Mountain 7 Conference basketball. It's the West Henderson Falcons and the Franklin Panthers on senior night. Glad that you're with us on YouTube and Facebook. I'm George Young alongside Tony Christie. And as we get set for tonight's action, Tony, always a nice night for basketball. As we adjust the camera there so we can see our lovely faces. Nice night for basketball. It's the final regular season night of basketball. Yes. It has flown by, and it's senior night, meaning there's a lot of emotion for a number of players and their parents here tonight.
Yeah, and that's what you want to do. As a coach, you want to harness all that adrenaline and emotion and try to get it into where it equals a win. And, you know, it's going to be a tough task tonight with West coming in here, you know, undefeated in the conference. Yep. And, you know, they might be looking over. So this might be a trap game for them. So, you know, you never know on senior night.
Yeah, West comes in at 16-5, but 10-0 in the Mountain 7 Conference. And Franklin reeling after that loss on Wednesday night. Really an uncharacteristic night for the Lady Panthers as they ended up losing to Swain County. We'll see if they can rebound, and the best cure after a terrible night on the floor is to get back out there.
Yeah, get back out there. And that one, it stings just because it's a loss, but it doesn't sting as much as it would if it was a conference loss. So now they can just get back on, and hopefully they can get back in the winning ways.
We'll see if that happens. Let's head down and check in with our public address announcer, Becca Brooks.
West Henderson. If everyone would please rise, if physically able. Gentlemen, remove your caps for the singing of the national anthem by Miss Sherry Brewer.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Janaya. Jazza. You got it. Jazza.
We'll have the starting lineups introduced here very shortly.
And we'll introduce the starting lineup, starting for West Henderson. Number 3, Caden Lida. Number 5, Jaza Wilson. Number 11, Ava Gardner. Number 13, Janine Wilson. And number 23, Allison Justice. Panthers go lights out in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, Panther fans, here comes your starting lineup. She's starting out at guard, and the president of the chess club wearing number 2, Audrey Presley. She's your point guard and the reigning spike ball champion, number 12, Kelly Queen. She's a guard wearing number 22, going D1 in pickleball, Cassidy Parker. Starting out as a small forward, standing at a whopping 6'9", wearing number 24, Avery Moffitt. She's jumping into the lineup, holding the record for the standing long jump, wearing number 32, Avery the Frog Williamson.
That's the starting lineup for both teams. As you see, the starting lineup a little bit different tonight for Scott Hartbarger.
I didn't know there was someone 6'9" out there.
Right. It is senior night. We mentioned that in the opener. And that means that the seniors will be out on the floor for Coach Scott Hartbarger. I'm sure we'll see the same for Doug Clemens. As we are just about set for this one to get underway, it's Moffitt that'll jump sitter on Jason Wilson. And it's going to be the Lady Panthers that'll hold the opening possession. As Moffitt, check that, Queen saves it out of bounds off of a West Henderson Falcon. So it's going to be Callie that will trigger side court. Gets it in. Swing it around. In the corner, it's Queen. Attempts and hits from downtown. Callie Queen gets the scoring going.
And that's good to see her hit a shot right at the beginning, because in that last game against Swain, they didn't hit. I think they probably only hit 2 3-pointers the whole game.
Yeah, it was a bad night from beyond the arc. West tries to answer. Can't. Rebound Presley. Presley gives it up to Callie Queen. These two teams met back on January 16th. As we've got a whistle falling out of bounds. Was there a foul, or was she just on the baseline? It says the official just on the baseline.
Yep.
Williamson could not corral it before she was out of bounds. But these two teams met in Wills River on January 16th, toning a 67-38 West Henderson dominating performance. They are 10-0 in the Mountain 7 Conference. And we'll look at the whole standings coming up in the next few moments, next dead ball. We'll look at the final couple of games left. Franklin, the regular season ends tonight. West Henderson does have another conference game, and it's a turnover into the hands of Callie Queen. Queen got fouled, and she'll be at the line for a couple shots. West Henderson host Tuscola for their senior night on Tuesday night at Mills River. First foul on West Henderson, also the first foul whistled on Ava Gardner. And Queen cannot hit the first. She'll get one more. And she got the roll, does Queen, on the second. So it's a quick 4-0 advantage for the Lady Panthers as we are just underway at the Panther Den on senior night. If you're looking for the senior night festivities, as Lyda drives in, throws it away. They'll be between the varsity girls and varsity boys games. So at the conclusion of this one, as Queen drives in, can't convert, knocked out of bounds, but it's going to stay with the Lady Panthers. We'll have the senior night festivities for winter sports, not just basketball, wrestling, and some other sports. 3 up and good. Cassidy Parker from downtown. Senior on senior night getting the start.
Yeah,
she's taking advantage of it, and the Lady Panthers are up.
And the Ladies Panthers, what they've done is they've packed into a 3-2 zone, and that's like packed it in, and they want West to shoot the ball, and right now it's working.
Underneath, it's Moffitt fighting for position. Goes up, can't get it to go. And West comes out the rebound. I guess that Parker jumper was a 2-point.
Yes.
Yeah, just on the line. I said 3. I was waiting for that third point to go up, but it never did. Lyda going to attempt, and Lyda hits from 3. Caden Lyda, the junior for Coach Casey Byer. And the West Henderson Falcons, dangerous pass into the front court. It's Williamson. She drives, kicks. Parker got her pocket picked. Wilson comes out with it. High pass over the head, but Lyda secures it before it heads out of bounds. West Henderson in their blue uniforms tonight. Stopping and popping and banking it home. Good gracious. That was a deep three for Allison Justice. Parker tries to answer. Can't. Offensive rebound. And Moffitt able to get the bucket. Lyda driving. Double teamed. Caught. Spins. Kicks. Up high. It's Justice. Kicks it over. It's a three. And good. Took a while. Bounced around. But Ava Gardner hits the three. And West Henderson, after trailing 6-0, now has taken a non-8 advantage.
Yes, and they did it by using a three ball. And if they're making those, it's okay. You know, like if the Lady Panthers need to realize, like, it's okay because the first 4 possessions they didn't even get a shot because they were turning it over. So if they're making those, they're not going to make them all game. You know, you hope they don't. So stayed in that packed in that zone.
Knocked away is securing it. Lyda going to give it up. Another three, up and good. Allison Justice, another three. She's got 6 points quick here, and both from downtown. Williamson drives in, and it'll be Avery Williamson at the line after she gets fouled. That'll be the second whistled on West Henderson.
Good take right there by Avery. Try to make it with that left hand.
A senior on senior night. 2 shots. Didn't hit much as the first foul is whistled on Allison Justice. That's a second whistled on West Henderson. Williamson can't hit the second. And a fight for the board. Parker had it briefly. Who last touched it? And it's going off of a Lady Falcon.
Good hustle right there by Parker.
Stay on the Panthers' end. Queen gets it in bounds. It'll be Williamson. Swing it around the horn now. Avery Moffitt can't get it into paint. West going to push up court. Long pass, and it's out of bounds. Couldn't be secured by Nyla Carroll. Panthers will have possession now. We've got a long whistle here. And a timeout going to be called by West Henderson. It's a 30-second timeout, so we'll talk about the conference standings as those are the boys' standings. Here are the girls' standings. West Henderson, you see at the top of the conference, they are 16-5 and 10-0, and with the win tonight, they will secure the regular season title. As you see, Pisgah at 8-2. That was the game on Tuesday night for West. They beat Pisgah and gave the Sugar Bears their second loss. You see Franklin pretty much locked in that third slot, so they'll get the third seed, win or lose tonight in the Mountain 7 Conference Tournament, which will begin next Friday right here at the Panther Den for the Lady Panthers. But depending on what happens tonight, will determine who the Panthers do play on next Friday night. High pass, it's Williams. Or check that, Queen quick to the hole. Couldn't get it to go. Moffitt secured the rebound, and then she stepped on the baseline.
And that timeout called by Casey Byer, Coach Casey Byer, what she did was she set up a 2-2-1 press, and it kind of caught the Lady Panthers by surprise.
Almost to Steele Wilson, able to secure it, and then throws it into the corner. That one goes into the backcourt, and it'll be a backcourt violation on West Henderson. Fans getting into it now.
Yes.
Below us, there's a lot going on today. I know the Night to Shine event is happening at the Moss Valley venue. Still call it the Bloomsville Barn.
Yeah.
But it's happening right now, and maybe some folks will make their way.
Nice pass.
Once it's in the books there. Yeah, it was a nice pass. Moffitt could not convert. It would have been textbook if she had able to get the shot. Another three, rattles off. Lyda couldn't convert. Nice. Williamson got hammered to the floor. And Avery Williamson has lived at the free throw line here in this first quarter. She'll be back for 2 shots.
And that's what I was talking about before about the Lady Panthers just on defense. Take your time, be patient. You know, they made some shots. They got back in the game making threes, but that's what you want a team to do, keep on shooting threes because the percentage is kind of low.
Williamson able to get the first. And one more. Third whistled on West, and that's the second whistled on Allison Justice. And Williamson can't convert with the second. West going to race down court. It's Wilson kicking off the hands of Lyda, and it's a turnover. The Panthers had a great vision, but could not execute as the pass was knocked away by a Falcon and off of the Lady Panthers. So it's back to the West Henderson and Lady Falcons. If you just joined us, the Panthers jumped out to a 6-0 lead in this one. And then a 3 barrage by West Henderson gave them the lead at 9-8 and have held that lead. So we've got a whistle underneath and a foul going against the Panthers. That'll be the first on the Lady Panthers, and Callie Queen will pick up her first. No shots here. It'll be Wilson that'll trigger underneath her own basket. And it goes. Shot wouldn't go from just inside the arc by Janiah Wilson. West resets. Ball knocked away. Parker steals it. Off to Callie Queen. Approaching 2 minutes left. Presley. Kicks. Parker now feeds. Moffitt high off the glass. Wouldn't go.
This isn't the normal lineup, but they're doing pretty good, I tell you what.
Jason Wilson almost went into the backcourt. Yeah, I would say that Coach Hartbarger's got to be pleased.
Yes.
Druskus kicks it over to Wilson. Her three wouldn't go. Offensive board and stick back wouldn't go. Panthers come out with it. It's Presley. Lost control of it. Last touch by Lady Panther, or Lady Falcon. It was Caden Lyda that got her hands in and knocked it out of bounds. Checking in for Coach Casey Byer is Maya Min. Comes in off the bench. Presley gets stopped as she attacked, finds Moffitt high. Now it's Parker. Couldn't get it. Kicked out, and it'll be last touch by Lady Panther. And West Henderson will have possession. Up 12-9 after both teams went on an offensive onslaught. We have kind of settled in here to this ball game, and both teams are missing shots late in this first quarter. You know, a lot of emotion.
Yeah.
Begin the game on senior night. Almost a steal. They'll say it was kicked by Callie Queen.
Yeah, this defense that they're in, this 3-2, has been working very well. Or two, there's actually a 2-3, but the bottom people are lifted up a little higher.
Lyda lost it out of bounds. You know what is disturbing if you're a Panther fan? You look at this lineup for West Henderson.
Yes.
No seniors.
I'll tell you what, for the past 3 years, we've been looking at this lineup like, you know, and they've just been coming along, and now they're like, they're real good, and
they will have 10 seniors next year. There's 10 juniors on this roster. Three, up and good from the corner.
Audrey Presley.
She hits.
Yes, the freshman.
Mm-hmm. High pass. Knocked around. Picked up. Callie, he gets it stolen from behind, and it's out of bounds, I'll say. Franklin basketball.
Yeah.
As Elida knocked it, tried to save it. With 22.6 seconds to go. And he goes to Presley. kick it around. It's Williamson up top. Back to Presley. 17 seconds. Queen thought about it. On the dribble, Queen finds Williamson. Under 10 seconds left. Knocked out. Panthers reset. Side court. 6.6 seconds. Queen kicks it at the buzzer, off the mark for Presley, and that's going to do it for the first quarter. We've got a 1-point game. West Henderson on top 12-11 as we take a break. Stay with us. Panther Nation, that's what the signs are.
Oh,
we
nice.
can see them right below us. And the student section in full force here tonight with signs, letters. You know, we've discussed this, and it's an obscure rule in the North Carolina High School Athletic Association. But you cannot wear body paint. Did you know this? Did you know this rule?
No.
Yeah, this is an obscure rule, but it is prohibited for somebody to wear body paint at a North Carolina High School Athletic Association sanctioned event.
Oh.
Now, so at a college event, you would see all the guys there shirtless, painted up with P-A-N, you know.
Correct.
But we have to hold signs in the air. Nice block from behind. West Henderson able to get the block shot, poke from behind into the hands of Presley. Presley will be at the line after there was a bump and some contact with that blocked shot. Her and Caden Lyda got tangled up.
Right here, fast break. See the hustle coming. And there was kind of going for the ball, but it's just one of the things.
That'll be the first whistled on West Henderson here in this second quarter. First shot up and good. First whistled on Caden Lyda. Presley will get one more at the charity stripe. Senior night here at the pit at the Panther Den.
And let's see how well the Lady Panthers play defense now with the actual starters in.
Yeah, we were talking about the Sonnet, and that is very true. We did see all the seniors, and we've got a whistle up high, the free throw line. The Siegel back in, and she's going to pick up the foul along with Aubrey Haley. So Williamson takes a seat along with Cassidy Parker, who got the start on senior night and played very, very well. Jumped out to a 6-0 lead at one point in that first quarter after a 29-point shellacking at Mills River. Some revenge on the minds of the Lady Panthers. Jumper just inside the arc. Wouldn't go for Wilson. Panthers off to the races. Three, Haley got it. Aubrey Haley from downtown.
Good step-in three on the fast break. One of the best times to shoot a three-pointer.
Lyda tries to answer. Couldn't. West tracks down the rebound. It's Caden Lyda who tracks down her missed shot. Kicks it up top underneath. Open. Jaza Wilson. And Wilson will be at the line after she was fouled. Sometimes they're bad fouls. Sometimes they're good fouls. That was a good foul.
Yes.
To keep her from getting an easy layup. They're saying she was not in the act of shooting.
So it was a bump on the floor when she was coming across.
Druskus gives it up. It's a three. Lyda wouldn't go. Fight for the rebound. And I believe that Druskus was on the baseline. Yep. That'll be Panther basketball up 15-12. 6:08 to go. Second quarter. As we approach 7 o'clock. Glad you're with us on YouTube and Facebook of the Franklin Panther Sports Network on the last regular season night of basketball for the Panthers. Go ahead and like our Facebook page. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. We appreciate you tuning in. Senior night festivities will happen between these two games. With the conclusion of this one, the senior night for winter sports. Queen races, dishes. It's Presley with it. You find Siegel, free throw line. Charlie Siegel with the J. And we've got a whistle, and we've got a timeout on the floor. 19-12 with 5:30 left.
Yes, great ball movement, found the open person. And usually when that happens, the ball goes in. I can't explain it. I can't explain it at all. But if the ball goes from one side of the court to the other side of the court, finds the open person, it usually does pretty good.
It sure did some good there. 19-12, Panthers out of the gate here in this second quarter. The starters began the second quarter, and they were itching to get in there. At least Haley, along with Siegel.
Yes,
they've been shooting and they've played some pretty good defense too.
And I tell you what, they're both 100% too. Haley shot 1-3 and she made it, and Siegel just shot that free throw line jumper and she made it. And what's going to happen now is when Siegel catches it this next time, if she gives a good pump fake like she did in the last game, she'll be able to get to the basket.
Out of the timeout, it's West basketball. Coach Casey Byer called timeout. So Wilson gives it up. Gardner holds it high, dishes into the corner. And a turnover. Presley swings it over. Haley a three. Got it. Aubrey Haley.
Another three in transition. One of the best times to shoot a three.
And the Lady Panthers hold a 9-point lead, their biggest of the night. Lyda just inside the arc. Couldn't get it to go. Fight for the rebound. Siegel secures it, but she was on the baseline. She wanted to point and say, hey, look, there's a little bit of space between me and the white, but the official did not agree with her. Sub coming in for Coach Byer. West will inbound underneath their own basket into Wilson. Swing it over. It's Jason Wilson now. Tiptoes that baseline, kicks it, gets it back into their hands. Wilson attacks. Under the basket, couldn't get position. Rebound West. Third opportunity. Wilson off the glass.
Yes, right there. All they need to do is make sure they got to secure the rebound and would never scored right there.
Slapped out of bounds. It's going to stay with Franklin. A whistle, and looks like Coach Hartbarger, he wants to call a timeout here, and it's going to be a full timeout. We'll keep it here, and we'll show you the schedule. It's been a long season, 12-10. The Lady Panthers come into tonight's contest, 8-3 in the conference, and they have played a tough schedule, including teams like Cherokee a couple of times. Of course, you played Pisgah a couple of times. You played West Henderson once. Those teams are at the top of their conference. And I tell you, Cherokee is just slaughtering people.
Yes, they are.
They're scoring 80, 90 every night.
Yeah.
And just blowing people out about 30, 40 points.
I tell you what, and that's what, and you know what, and I've seen them play once this year, and they've just been getting better and better.
Yeah.
And just like how you're supposed to do, just kind of like how the Lady Panthers are playing right now. After getting beat, at West Henderson, they come out now and they've kind of, sticking to the game plan. Make them shoot threes. And they made some early. Like I said, they were going to. They made some early. And then now, they're still shooting them and they're not going in. And the Lady Panthers have been able to get what they want on the offensive end.
So out of the timeout, it's Lady Panther basketball. Into Aubrey Haley. Haley going to swing it around. It's Presley now with it. Back to Haley. Now Queen in the corner. Under 4 minutes left. Feeding Moffitt. Moffitt leans in, counted and one. Avery Moffitt.
Good strong move by Avery. Good hard post up. She's been calling for it all night, and that's the first time they got it into her. And she had good footwork right there. Got under control, eyes on the rim, and was able to put it in.
And she completes the three-point play. 25-14, 11-point lead for the Lady Panthers, their biggest in this ball game. Almost a steal. It's Jason Wilson. Kicks it over. Carroll attempts from downtown. Couldn't hit. Haley with the rebound. Off to Callie Queen. Queen leans in. And one for Callie Queen.
Yes. That's what you want. Push, get early offense. So, you know, that's the easiest way to, score right there. Throw it out. Took the contact, initiated the contact, and was able to finish it.
Lyda picks up the foul. That's the third on West. Couldn't convert to the free throw line. Charlie Siegel, though, grabs the rebound, and she'll be at the free throw line after she gets fouled in the paint.
A totally different team from
it sure is.
from the other night.
Unbelievably different.
A lot of emotion. They're playing, like with renewed energy.
Siegel, 2 shots, fourth on West. Foul on Jediah Wilson. That'll be Jediah Wilson's first. One more at the stripe for Siegel. And she gets it to go. 28-14. Lady Panthers with 3.5 left here in the second.
And you have to make sure they don't come out too far. Just keep it packed in like they've been doing. Force them to shoot the three.
It's a deep one. That's an air ball. Maya Min hit nothing, and it went out of bounds.
Yes, and that's exactly what you want to do. Keep it packed in.
I want to give a shout-out to our camera folks tonight getting some great shots on senior night. We've got Wesley, first time out. He's on our center cam. He's doing a fantastic job. Queen rims out from downtown. Logan also on a camera, and we've got Phillip roaming around throughout the gymnasium. Free throw shots upcoming for Wilson. Jediah Wilson will be at the line as Presley picks up her first foul, and it's the third whistled on Franklin. First opportunity is good for Wilson. And she hits them both.
West comes out with a full court man press, trapping man, and they turn it over.
Into the hands of Wilson. And we've got a whistle away for the basketball. That'll be just the 4th team foul, so no shots. 4th on Franklin. Both teams' next foul will have free throw opportunities. Both have 4 fouls. That was on Haley, her first. Amin dribbles up, gives it to Wilson. He'll swing it over into the corner. Quickly back to Amin. They will find Wilson in the paint. Out it goes. Jason Wilson for 3. She got it.
And that was good ball movement by West. Get that open shot.
10-point advantage. Nice dish. Moffitt. Assist from Callie Queen.
And that's how you make a team that's press and pay. Score against the press.
And another turnover for West Henderson. Maya Min couldn't secure it in the corner. And West picks up in the full court now. as Callie Queen, the ball handler she is, able to break it easy. Spinning in the paint on the floor. They'll call a foul. Doesn't matter. We'll have 2 shots. Foul on West, their 5th. Foul going against Nyla Carroll. It'll be her 2nd. And Avery Moffitt at the line, 2 shots.
And I know it didn't count, but that was a spectacular move by Callie Queen right there. She spun out of the double team and still made that shot.
Moffitt hits the 2nd. 32-19. 2 minutes left. Lyden Wilson play catch. Kicks it into the corner. Amin briefly back to Wilson. Amin a catch and shoot. Corner 3 off the mark. Out of bounds. Stays with West Henderson.
And you see the Lady Panthers. They're right now. They're actually spreading it out a little further than they need to. They need to just keep it packed in there and prevent West from getting the ball inside at all.
Out of bounds it goes with some blood-curdling screams below us. There's a lot of folks down right below us here. The boys team is about to come out at the half here, and they're going to honor Max McClure as we have a foul on Franklin. It'll be the 5th on the Lady Panthers. So at the line, we'll have 2 shots upcoming for Janiah Wilson. Foul is on Moffitt, the 1st. And Wilson will hit the first opportunity. 1 more. Going to be honoring Max for setting the single game scoring record on Tuesday night. Here in just a few moments. Rebound, offensive. Shot no. Another offensive rebound for West Henderson. They're going to reset. Wilson attacks baseline. Goes up off the glass. Jason Wilson with a bucket. 10-point lead for Franklin. Minute 19 left. Presley leans in, can't get it. West quickly brings it down court. Druskus finds Wilson underneath. Knocked away. They're trying to hit Connor. Presley stripped. Nice.
Yes, nice.
Connor off the glass.
Coach Hartbarger's pleading to slow it down.
32-24. 8-point lead for Franklin.
That's a foul.
Moffitt will be at the line.
I tell you what.
30 seconds left.
It's been so physical down there. If you just watch what's happening down there, there's been elbows and all kinds of things happening. She got fouled 3 times before they actually called it.
Well, it's so refreshing to see a girls' game.
Yes.
That has a lot of intensity. It's physical.
Right.
There's great plays being made on both ends. There's been many nights that we have not seen this.
Oh, yeah.
And it has been dreadful to watch.
Yeah, definitely. Sometimes you need some coffee.
Oh, yeah.
But this one.
But this one is not that.
No, not at all.
That sleepy. Both teams have had some spectacular plays, execution.
And if you see on the screen, you can see that the Lady Panthers, they're extending, but they're going too far. Yeah, stay inside the three-point line. They haven't made any threes since the first quarter. Just stay inside the three-point line.
Under 10 minutes left, or 10 seconds left. Down to 5 seconds. Down to 4 seconds. And a steal.
There you go.
Callie Queen, can she get it off at the buzzer?
Nice. Halftime
here at the Panther Den. 35-24. just barely got it off before the buzzer.
They picked up the intensity because they knew they were trying to shoot the ball. Callie Queen got it up there with her left hand.
So they're going to be honoring Max McClure here.
Mid-court for a special presentation. In 1967 versus Cherokee, Ronnie Ledford would set the FHS men's basketball scoring record for most points in a single game with 45 points. That record stood alone until 1992 when Randy Higdon would match that total versus Smoky Mountain. On February the 6th, 2024, Max McClure would help lead his team to a convincing 82-60 win over conference rival Smoky Mountain. And in the process, he would cement his name in FHS history, surpassing the long-standing record with a phenomenal 47-point performance. Tonight, we present Max with a plaque to celebrate his accomplishment. A copy of this plaque will also be placed in the FHS trophy case. Congratulations, Max, on an outstanding milestone and performance. Let's give it up for Max McClure.
We talked about it in the broadcast on Wednesday.
Oh, yeah.
Tremendous accomplishment.
Oh, yeah.
And they've been playing basketball here for 60,
for a long
70
time.
years, a long time.
And one thing that is like, for me, so his brother was the first player to ever score 1,000 points 2 seasons ago, and then now he breaks the scoring record.
Yeah.
And, it's like it's pretty amazing what those two have done, in their careers, and Max isn't done yet.
Both the boys' teams are out. They're going to be warming up here. And, of course, we'll have that ball game after the senior night festivities. That'll occur at the conclusion of the girls' game. One quick note on Max McClure. We'll talk more about McClure and that record in the boys' action, but he is 32 points away, officially, 32 points away from 1,000 in his career.
Correct. And so that means
could come tonight.
Yeah,
you don't know.
Could come tonight, and it can go full circle. Like I said before, his brother was the first one to score 1,000, in the Panther uniform, and then it was followed by Griffin Green, and now he has a chance to do it, and probably because he has a whole nother year. He's probably going to be the all-time leading scorer.
Yeah, he's going to smash it.
Yeah. So and all this while leading the team in rebounding as well, rebounding and assists.
All right, we're going to take a break. Doug Plemons is on the other side. We'll talk about the matchup of the West Henderson Falcons on the boys' side right after this. Hey fans, George Young, joined with head coach Doug Plemons at the boys varsity and coach on a Wednesday night non-conference game. Swain and Franklin know each other, played for many, many years, not just at the high school level and other levels. So you knew going in it was going to be a nip and tuck game, and that's what it ended up being, Coach. And some things down the stretch led to a score that, if folks looked at it, they had a comfortable lead throughout, and they ended up winning. But it was a very close ball game, and it came down to that last 60 seconds or so.
It did. We knew going in, Swain's got a very good team this year. They present a lot of problems. They've got size. They're athletic. They've won a bunch of ball games. We play a lot of Smoky Mountain Conference teams, and Andrews being one of them, and Andrews was able to beat us earlier in the season, and, of course, Swain beat them the first time they played them. So we knew that it was going to be tough, and it was a very physical game. Had a lot of, loose ball situations, tough rebounds. And I think in the end that's probably what won the game for us, that and the execution down the stretch. Made some free throws to extend the lead, which that's been a little bit of our Achilles heel all season long. But glad to get the win. and came at a good time. And I thought it was a really good game to prepare us for tonight's game against West Henderson.
Yeah, you had talked about that earlier in the season when you rescheduled this Swain game that you ended up winning on Wednesday night. Tonight's game, and it's West Henderson. It's senior night, so a lot of festivities before the game, between games. They're going to be honoring Max McClure tonight as well, depending on when you're seeing this. It may have already happened. Talk about what you guys learned from that game a couple of weeks back, and what do you expect out of tonight?
Well, like you say, there's a lot going on, but I hope our team is focused. We have 4 seniors, Jacob Gibson, Reed Raby, Braxton Deal, and Caleb Chapman, and they've been a part of our program, for a while, and we're very proud of them, and we want to honor them tonight with the best effort that we can put on the floor. So that's one of the things that we're using for senior night for. Obviously, they're going to want to play well when they're in the game because they're representing themselves. Last regular season home game, representing their families and everything will be here tonight. So, we expect that to be a positive. About West Henderson, you're right. They gave us one of our worst losses of the year at West Henderson, probably the worst game we played in conference play all year. Credit to them. But they really kind of physically dominated us over there. They've got a lot of size, and they just killed us on the boards. So since that night, we have made it an emphasis to do a better job rebounding, and we've gotten much better at it. So I'm anxious. Told the guys at practice yesterday, I'm anxious to see if the improvement shows up against them tonight, because they're the ones that kind of got us started thinking that we better do something different.
Well, as always, Coach, good luck tonight. Now, we will see you again next Friday as you guys have locked in a home first-round tournament game. Don't know exactly who the opponent's going to be, but we'll talk to you a week from tonight in the opening round of the tournament.
Sounds good.
Exciting times. All right, fans, stay with us. We've got more to come.
We are Dalton's Christian Bookstore, North Carolina's largest Christian bookstore. We offer a wide range of gifts and apparel. Children will find a world of fun to explore in our interactive kids section. Dalton's has a huge inventory of Christian literature, including Bibles in all translations. Dalton's, your destination for inspiration.
My name is Jonah Brandt, and I'm from Franklin High School. I'm a sophomore, and I'm on the swim and dive team. And last year I made it 3rd in state for diving. My personal goals for this year is to win state for diving, and then try and break the record for school. really have any goals for after high school, but I know that I want to like swim or dive for a college team, and then probably like major in for like aviation. So I've known Mr. McClure for a long time. For dive practices, we have to go all the way to Asheville. It's about like an hour drive. We would usually go Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, and we would just talk about like how like the team does, personal life too. But like it just meant like a lot to me that I get to hang out with my coach.
Welcome back. Still at the half here of the girls varsity. Both teams are back out. Looks like we are set to begin the third quarter. We've got 8 minutes up on the scoreboard. Franklin with a tremendous first half, up 35-24, trying to revenge a loss by 29, 67-38 back on January 16th. Lost on Wednesday night. It seemed like early on they had a point to prove.
Yes. And West comes out in looks like a 1-3-1 zone to start the second half.
See how the Panthers will adjust here and respond. It's Moffitt baseline. Can't get it to go. Rebound, Wilson. Going to push it. Deja Wilson to the hole, off the glass.
And that is not how you want to start right there. That was the easiest of easy baskets right there.
Pass knocked away as it comes into the front court, targeting Avery Moffitt.
And, coaches have their, different, things, superstitious and everything. But like me, I am very superstitious. So if I would have started the first half like that, I'm starting the second half with the same line that I started the game with. Just to, see what's going on.
Oh, yeah. It is senior night. Queen double team, got her pocket pick. Coach Hartbarger started all of his seniors to begin the ball game, and they performed very well. Panthers jumped out to an early lead. Good steal. Coming down court, Presley. She'll get bumped. Shot off the mark. Audrey Presley will be at the line for a couple. As you see the bump there by Ava Gardner. It's her second. 2 shots. First one up and true for Audrey Presley. One more for the freshman. And she hits them both. Avery Williamson will check in off the bench for Coach Scott Hartbarger and the Lady Panthers. She's one of the seniors that got the start here on senior night. Those festivities will be at the conclusion of this ball game. Wilson for 3. Off the mark. Long board. Picked up by Williamson. Quickly to Queen. Now it's Presley pulling up, leaning into a shot. It wouldn't go. Fight for the rebound. West Henderson secures it. It's Wilson into the front court. Shania Wilson with it. She'll give it up. Over to Justice. Justice has it. She checked out of the game after picking up 2 quick fouls. Deep 3. Rims out. Offensive rebound. Second shot, no. Another offensive rebound. The third shot up and good.
Give a good team 3 shots. They're probably going to make it in one of those.
Caden Lyda with the bucket. In the corner. Haley's pass stolen away. Allison Justice. And Callie Queen comes out with it. Feeds up court. It's Williamson. Williamson knocked out of bounds. Clean block, they'll say, by Wilson.
There have been some fantastic blocks in this game so far,
really
too.
I was talking about that to begin the second, or the end of the second quarter, about how fundamentally sound these two teams have been, and making crisp passes. There have been some turnovers, but Just some pretty good overall play. In the corner, 3 wouldn't go for Williamson.
Halfway down.
Sure was. Wilson got stripped. Callie Queen. Queen coast to coast. She'll be at the line.
That was a good job by Callie to keep her head up and know what she wanted to do right there.
Ava Gardner picks up her 3rd. It's the 2nd team foul on West. Queen at the line for 2 shots. Got the first to go. So Hallie Connor will check in off the bench for Coach Casey Byer and the West Henderson Falcons. West conference #1 slot. If they win tonight, they'll claim the regular season title. They come in at 10-0. Closest team to them is Pisgah in the 2nd slot in the conference with 2 losses. So only 1 game left after tonight. If they win tonight, it is all she wrote. And West will claim the regular season title. Late whistle, and we'll have some shots upcoming. For West Henderson, it's going to be Hallie Connor at the line. Oh, check that. It's going to be Allison Justice at the line. First foul on Franklin. And Aubrey Haley picks it up. That's her 2nd. So Justice hits the first. One more with 5:05 left in the 3rd. And can't hit the 2nd. Williamson's pass intercepted. Connor secures it, gives it up to Wilson. Spinning, short. Fight for the board. Tie up, possession arrow, West Henderson. .453 to go. 3rd quarter. In the corner, lifting a pass out of bounds was Justice, and it'll go back to the Panthers. Another turnover for West Henderson.
And right now, West Henderson coming out in a 1-3-1, a full court 1-3-1. They're probably going to trap in the corners. So if the Lady Panthers need to keep it out of the corners, get it to the middle like they did.
3 off the mark for Aubrey Haley. Quickly down court.
Good block.
What a block by Williams. Or check that, Callie Queen.
Another block. Off the missed shot, you see right there, you see Callie Queen hustling and anticipating. Nice.
West resets underneath their own basket. Nice inbounds play. Couldn't convert. Wilson missed the shot. A lot of contact. Knocked away. West will be at the line. Hallie Connor will be at the line. Foul was on the Lady Panthers. And just the 2nd here in this quarter. That one's going on Haley. That's her 3rd, by the way, Tony. That's a big foul.
Yes.
Aubrey Haley, the junior, with 3 fouls. First shot up and good. Connor with another. And got the roll. 39-31. 8-point lead for for Franklin over West. And a turnover. And another turnover. Getting sloppy here in the middle part of this 3rd quarter. Out of bounds, stays with Franklin. Callie Queen will trigger underneath her own basket. High goes Williamson, going to attempt. She's open, can't hit. Long board. It's Lyda with it. Lyda's open. She can't hit. Moffitt there to secure the rebound, and now we've got a whistle, and we've got a foul on Connor for West.
Good play right there by Moffitt. Timeout.
First
Coach
on
Hartbarger.
Connor, and we've got a whistle and a timeout. It's going to be a 30-second timeout for Coach Scott Hartbarger. We're talking about the standings of the Mountain 7 Conference, 10-0. You see West Henderson at the top. This is through Tuesday's ball games. Conference tournament begins next Friday, and if West Henderson's able to come back in this game and win, they'll secure the number 1 seed, meaning they'll get an opening round bye. 2, 3, and 4 will host in the opening round. And Franklin's pretty much locked into that 3rd seed. So at this point, if the bottom portion of the bracket holds, we'll either see Smoky Mountain or East Henderson. And there is some scenarios, I guess, he could all be tied, North Henderson, Smoky, and East. So I don't know how they decide all that. That's above my pay grade, but the opponent is to be determined.
The famous coin flip.
Yes, exactly. Draw straws or something. Do they even do that anymore?
I have no clue. All of it is. I'd rather them just play.
Draw out of a hat.
Yeah.
I've seen that. Just put numbers in a hat and draw them out. Callie Queen on the dribble, baseline, lost it. .327 to go, third quarter, 39-31. Franklin with an 8-point lead. They have led the entire second half. Really have led for a good portion of this game.
Yeah, most of the game.
A couple of times West in the first quarter gained the lead. But it's been a Panther lead throughout. And we've got a tie-up, possession arrows to Franklin.
Good hustle by Moffitt.
Yeah, Moffitt has definitely come to play. She came to play on Wednesday night, too, unfortunately.
I'm telling you, and you need to watch. If you're watching underneath, watch her post up right now. Yeah. It's been very physical.
Yeah.
Wilson's physical. She's physical. It's a
Callie Queen.
Nice.
Back to a 10-point lead for the Panthers. 2:50 left. Wilson holds it. Swings into the corner. 3 off the mark. Panthers now will attack. Top of the key 3 for Haley wouldn't fall. Wilson into the front court. 2:20 to go here, third quarter. Wilson up top, 3. Long rebound, got her own rebound. Powers in. And a blocking foul going to be whistled on Avery Moffitt. That'll send Wilson to the line for a couple shots. Moffitt picks up her second, and it's the third team foul on Franklin. Wilson can't hit the first. She'll get one more. More fans are making their way into the stands as we approach the fourth quarter and the senior night festivities. Second shot up and good for Jediah Wilson. Queen into the corner goes Williamson. They'll swing it around. It's Presley into the corner. Callie Queen left side back to Presley, and we've got a whistle in the paint as Moffitt hits the deck.
I'm telling you, if you've been watching down there like I have, it's been interesting. it's been a lot of. There's been pushing, shoving. It looks like a Division I low post battle right now.
Just the fourth team foul, so no shots. 14 foul on West.
I'm telling you, watch them down there. It's a battle down there.
Queen gives it up. 3 off the mark. She was open. That was Aubrey Haley. Couldn't convert. Wilson will be at the line. Jediah Wilson back to the charity stripe. Moffitt picks up her third. Minute 39, third quarter. First shot for Wilson. Good. Kenna Plemons got to check in, along with Peyton Beatty. For Coach Hardbarger. Shot rims out. Rebound, Peyton Beatty. Down court, it's Presley leaning in, and she'll be at the line. Audrey Presley, 2 shots. That'll be the 5th foul on West. So last minute 32 of this third quarter, Franklin will be shooting on any foul for West. And the same you could say for West Henderson, as Franklin has 4 fouls. And the first shot from Presley is short on the charity stripe. Second shot is an air ball.
Legs starting to go.
90 seconds left.
Some of those young ladies, actually, Presley and Queen, they both played the entire game so far.
Almost a turnover. Picked up by Connor. Shot wouldn't go. Offensive rebound. West going to reset. Out it goes Connor. Connor's second shot, no. Another offensive rebound. And we've got a whistle and a foul going against Franklin. So 2 shots coming up for West Henderson. With a minute 10 left. Third quarter looks like it's going to be Wilson again. Yeah, Wilson. Jediah Wilson. Shooting 2 shots. One more for Wilson. Set shot, rolls out. Rolls in, that is. Allie Queen finds Presley. Presley lost control. Wilson gives it up. Off the glass.
And I'll tell you what, Wilson, she's not the most athletic player, but she knows how to play basketball. You can tell, especially on the defensive end.
Long 3 wouldn't go. Long rebound into the hands of Jaza Wilson. Gives it up to Druskus, who lost control of it, but Wilson there to secure it and drain some clock as she dribbled. 32, 31, 30 seconds. Closest West Henderson has been in this ball game since the second quarter. 41-37. Saved out of bounds into the hands of Plemons, but then she got her pocket picked. Fight for the rebound and a foul on Franklin. So 2 more shots at the free throw line. It's going to be Wilson at the line. That's Jaza Wilson. She hits the first. To cut it to just a 2-point lead with this shot. Can't get it. Fight for the rebound. We've got a whistle. And we've got a foul on West Henderson. Peyton Beatty will be on the other end shooting some free throws now. We'll check that Aubrey Haley will be at the line. Foul was on Caden Lyda. That's her third. First shot, good.
If you coach Scott Hartbarger, you have to make sure that the young ladies understand that West, they haven't lost a game in conference, so they are going to make runs, and you just have to make sure you keep on doing the same things you've been doing to get that got you the lead.
Second shot wouldn't go. Down to 5 seconds. That'll do it. 0.1 seconds left. Four-point lead for the Panthers. It's got to inbound, and then it'll run out. Fourth quarter coming up. 4-point lead for the Panthers over the number 1 seed so far in the conference. We'll be back right after this. Welcome back. Fourth quarter about to begin. Lady Panthers on top of the conference, leading West Henderson Falcons, who have not lost a conference game.
Correct.
Come in at 10-0, but up 42-38. But the lead has evaporated. It was double digits at the break, Tony, but West Henderson has made a charge here.
And if you're the Lady Panthers, do not come out of the paint. Do not come out of the three-point line. They haven't made a three-pointer since it was, I think there were 4 minutes left in the first quarter. So just stay in your zone and rebound, and don't let them get any of those at the free throw line or any layups.
It was Allison Justice that hit some threes, and then she got into foul trouble.
And do that right there.
Moffitt off the glass.
It's a simple game. Stay inside, make them shoot a three-pointer.
Running shot off the mark, and the rebound to Presley. Off to Callie Queen. Queen, open three. Rebound Presley. She goes up. She can't get it. Callie secures the board. She gets it knocked out of bounds as she went up for the shot. The top right corner, the middle part of the right side of your screen, you see Coach Casey Byer wanting it to go the other way, but she's not going to get her way. She wanted it to West Henderson basketball. Moffitt fights off the glass.
Yes, now they're going back to what got them the lead. Now stay inside and make sure that they don't get anything inside.
Driving in, Lyda got caught up. Knocked out of bounds. It's off of a Lady Panther. It'll be Justice. They'll get it in bounds, does, to Wilson. Wilson over to Justice. Three. Got it from the corner. Just mentioned Allison Justice
yes.
was the lady that had those threes in the first quarter.
And that's what needs to be told down there. Shoot her.
Moffitt will be at the line.
Correct. Keep on doing that there because you see that the frustration from the Falcons.
6:32 left in the fourth. 5-point lead for the Lady Panthers. It's Avery Moffitt at the free throw line. Shooting two.
Lyda's fourth.
Just about to say that, Tony. Caden Lyda picks up her fourth, just the first here for West Henderson in the fourth quarter.
Throw it down low, and you get it every time. Get fouled or score every time.
Nothing but net for both of those shots. Moffitt hits a pair. 48-41, 7-point advantage. It's Wilson up top for the Falcons. A swing it over into the corner. Running shot. Wouldn't go underneath. Defensive board. Lady Panthers come out with it. Presley gets fouled. It'll be just the second on West, so no free throws. No reset. Now the student section right below us. Bottom left corner of your screen. They are into this ball game. Charlie Siegel with the hook shot. Wouldn't go.
And that's okay. You need to just keep on feeding it.
Wilson gets caught up. Circus shot, no. Second shot, Wilson wouldn't go. Got another rebound, kicks it. Fourth opportunity. And we've got a free throw opportunity now for Wilson after she was fouled underneath in the act of shooting. It'll be Jayza Wilson at the line for a couple.
Rebounding.
Yeah, that's been the story here in the second
Yes.
half. A lot of second chance, third, fourth chance
Correct.
opportunities for West Henderson.
Any young player watching, always assume that they're going to miss. Anybody, no matter where they are, they're going to miss, and you need to go get the rebound if you're on defense.
One more for Wilson. Got them both. Whistle and a timeout. It's going to be Scott Hartbarger and the Lady Panthers that want to talk it over. It's going to be a full timeout, so we'll take a 30-second break. Stay with us.
Join Backlot Cinema and the Blue Ridge Bartram Trail Conservancy for Walking with Bartram, a section hike of the Bartram Trail through Georgia and North Carolina. Streaming now on YouTube and Facebook.
Panthers up 48-43 on senior night here at the Panther Den. 5:58 left, Tony. This one is going to head down to the wire, it seems. The Lady Panthers have held a lead for pretty much the entire ball game if you just joined us. But here in the second half, rebounding has been the story for West Henderson. They're getting a lot of second chance points. We'll see how it plays out here at the final 5:58.
And the Lady Panthers just have to be disciplined and not let, West get the ball into the paint. Like if that should be a mission. Make them shoot a contested three-pointer. Wow.
I'm surprised that wasn't a traveling violation. Callie Queen wouldn't go. Rebound, Moffitt. Moffitt gets it off the glass. It's Wilson into the front court for West Henderson.
Moffitt continued to play like a person possessed.
Almost a steal. Wild shot wouldn't go underneath. And Callie Queen lost control. Wilson. She gets bumped by Charlie Siegel. Might have tweaked her ankle. She is walking gingerly now to the free throw line. Well, looks like she's got a brace on her knee. I don't know if she can attempt her free throw shots. We're going to have to help her off. Hate to see that.
Yes.
Now she's going to try to walk it off. Try to flex that leg and stretch it. I think Lynette Gibson going to come out and talk to her now. You see Lynette leaning down. And, she will attend to her. You mentioned
cramp.
Is it a cramp?
It looks like a cramp. That's what it looks like.
Yeah, well, that's massaging her calf. Mentioned this a couple of times. West Henderson can wrap up the regular season conference title tonight. They are 10-0. They play a 12-game schedule.
Yes.
And tonight and then Tuesday night for West, final games. Franklin tonight is the final game in the regular season. West will host Tuscola on Tuesday night. But if Franklin holds this lead, then West Henderson will have to wait unless Pisgah loses tonight. As you see, Pisgah has locked up the number 2 seed through tonight. So
this is the fun time of year for high school, college basketball. Everyone is, you've been playing since October, and everyone's gotten better and better and better, and now this is when you see good basketball, just like this game right here we have right here.
So Wilson will not be at the line. They're going to send Maya Amin to shoot for. She gets the first.
There used to be a rule where if the player went off that was supposed to shoot, the opposing coach got to go down. It's like that in college where you get to go, and you go pick the worst free throw shooter ever. But she was able to make both of them right there.
Yeah, well, that's why she was out there. Sure.
Correct.
Put the best free throw shooter on the line. Hit them both. Did them in. 5-point lead. Approaching 5 minutes left for the Lady Panthers. Presley couldn't get it. Moffitt there for the board and the bucket.
Wait for great job, Moffitt, to keep that ball high, catch it high, keep it high, put it in.
He's knocked out of bounds. It was Justice deep in the corner, getting caught up with a double team. 4:43 left. Top of the key. It's a 3. Way off the mark. Heads out of bounds. It'll be Franklin basketball.
And for the Lady Panthers, that's what you want. Stay inside the three-point line. Force them to shoot three-pointers.
Riley Druskus could not hit from top of the key. So the Panthers will have to get it up court as West Henderson going to pick up full court. Dangerous pass, and it is not saved, out of bounds. That'll be a turnover. 7-point advantage with 4:38 to go in the fourth. Senior night festivities at the conclusion of this one for Winter Sports. Inbounds pass stolen away, and a foul on West Henderson. Third on West. Connor picks up her second. Callie Queen double teamed in the backcourt to find Presley. Presley now over to Haley. Now Queen up top. She's open. 3, got it! Callie Queen from downtown.
That's one of the few times she's been open to shoot that.
10-point lead now for the Panthers at 55-45. Justice
good defense.
Caught up in the corner.
Timeout.
I got a timeout called by Coach Casey Byer and West Henderson. It's going to be a full timeout, so we'll take a quick break as well. Stay with us. Welcome back. 4:05 to go. A nice shot of the student section. They've been into this ball game for sure.
Yes.
Panthers trying to take down the conference leading West Henderson Falcons here on senior night.
There's been a couple of these underneath out of bounds plays that have been executed perfectly for a layup, and everyone needs to make sure they're in right position so it doesn't happen again.
Wilson to trigger. Gets it up high. Wilson almost lost control, finds Lyda, 3, short. Got her own rebound, goes up, no, another offensive rebound. Wilson underneath, too far underneath. I think she stepped on the baseline. Was there a foul? It was kicked, all right.
Kick ball.
It was kicked, and it'll reset West Henderson.
You have to make sure that these underneath out-of-bounds plays are actually very good.
It's Justice with it up high, over to Wilson, back to Justice. 3:43 left. Justice between the legs with that pass. Wilson, deep 3. Long board into the hands of Justice. Her shot wouldn't go. Open shots not falling for West Henderson. Callie Queen kicks it. Hit the side of the backboard. Justice races. Backs up. Jacks wouldn't go. Another offensive rebound for West Henderson. They'll kick it out to Justice. Justice. A 3 for Lyda, off the mark. Rebound, Presley. She'll push. Presley is bumped from behind by Janiah Wilson.
Good job by Presley to push it up, put it in her strong hand, and just run real fast.
That'll be the 4th team foul on West Henderson.
That's 5, right?
Was it?
Yes, that was on
Lyda?
Yeah.
I thought it was on Janiah Wilson. Okay.
Yeah, they put it on Lyda.
They put it on Lyda. It is her 5th. So she's going to have to take a seat. First player to foul out. Moffitt's shot wouldn't go. Fight for the rebound, and Moffitt going to be picked up with the foul.
And right there, that foul, that's okay. Because Avery Moffitt, she's been playing so hard for 2 games straight.
Yeah.
And it's okay to make that mistake. Yeah. Right there.
An aggressive.
Very aggressive.
Foul. 2:42 to go. Panthers with a 10-point lead of the conference leading West Henderson Falcons. Trying to give the Falcons their first conference loss all season. Wilson shot no. Callie Queen, high pass. Haley almost traveled over to Callie. Queen kicks it. Presley 3, short. Rebound Queen. Queen hits the deck along with Wilson.
Good hustle right there.
They call a foul on Wilson. I believe they did.
Yes, they did.
They sure did. Jason Wilson will pick up just her first. And that's the 5th on West, so free throws the rest of the way. The final 2:13 for the Lady Panthers. First shot off the mark for Callie Queen. One more for Queen.
And on defense, they need to keep doing what they're doing. Stay between them and the basket.
11-point advantage now.
Hopefully they shoot a deep 3. And all you have to do is contest it.
And start the clock. Now it's finally starting. Fans were restless. They're yelling about the clock. Did have a foul on Franklin. It'll be Janiah Wilson that'll be at the line. Foul on Beatty. That's her first. 4th on Franklin. Wilson for a couple. Wilson can't hit the first. Just a minute after the top of the hour of 8 o'clock. Appreciate you locking us in if you're tuning in for the boys varsity. We've got a thriller on the girls' side.
Yes.
As Franklin is trying to give West Henderson their first conference loss. And we've got a whistle and a foul on West Henderson. 2 shots upcoming.
They got lucky on that one. It was some some careless ball handling right there.
So Haley will be at the line for 2 shots. Hits the first. 12-point lead with 2:01 to go. Hit them both. Did Aubrey Haley.
Make sure they stay in the.
Wilson kicks. It's a 3 that's short. Rebound Haley. Queens caught up in the backcourt. Hartbarger got to call timeout. Franklin calls timeout with 1:47 left in the fourth. 58-46. Going to be a 30-second timeout for the Franklin Lady Panthers. Be a tough road to hoe for the West Henderson Falcons. Down 12, 58-46. And, in this fourth quarter, you talked about the legs for Franklin.
Correct.
I don't know how many times this season, at least in conference, we know it hasn't happened.
Right.
Throughout the 20-plus games that West Henderson has played, have they been in this situation? And you can tell that it really shook them a little bit.
Oh, yeah. And you know what? A team because you can tell how they play. They want to get the ball into both the Wilson sisters. They want to get it in down low.
Yeah.
And they know it's not about shooting threes for them, even though that's what got them back into this game in the first place in the first quarter.
Haley's pass knocked away. Going to be picked up by Justice. Shot no. Wilson grabbed the rebound. Wild shot underneath. She gets fouled. And Wilson will be back at the line. That's Jaza Wilson. Peyton Beatty going to pick up her second foul. 1:26 to go. There's a lot of folks that have congregated in both end zones right below us and on the opposite side. Getting ready for the senior night festivities.
Yeah, and you know what? It looked like, from what I can tell, the whole varsity boys basketball team went over there. And I have a feeling I know why.
Yeah.
And this last 126 is going to determine if I'm correct.
Wilson's second shot rolls in. Presley gets caught up. And a timeout for Hartbarger. Scott calls a timeout from the bench.
Yes. Good.
And
that was the best thing he could do.
And it's going to be a full timeout. Yes, it will be a full timeout. So we'll take a quick 30-second break. Stay with us. Welcome back. You see the seniors for the Lady Panthers on the gymnasium wall. They'll be honoring them along with the boys varsity and wrestling here between games. 1:28. I've got 1:18 left.
First of all, the first obstacle here is just to get the ball in. And then once you get it in, you have to protect it and don't get – be strong with it once you get trapped, because you're definitely going to get trapped at some point in time.
Queen, that's Trigger Lady, gets it inbounds. Knocked away and out of bounds.
It'll, see,
go to West Henderson.
That first part is the hardest part. Get it in.
Race again, it's Maya men for Coach Casey Byer in West Henderson. So Wilson will not touch the basketball, so it gets close to the midcourt stripe.
And now they know where the shooters are. Keep it packed in, know where the shooters are.
70 seconds left. Wilson.
Just stay in between them and the basket and know where the shooters are.
A lot of dribbling.
Yes.
And a turnover. And a tie-up. Possession error. No, they're going to call a foul. All right, they're going to call a foul on Wilson. Jaza Wilson will pick it up. And some shots. upcoming for the Lady Panthers.
Yeah, that defensive possession was very, very good. All the Lady Panthers, they kept the ball in front of them, and that's what you have to do. Keep it in front. No matter if they try to drive or anything, you're going to keep it in front.
2 shots for Moffitt. Can't hit the first. She'll get one more. And missed them both, but an offensive rebound and another foul.
Beatty.
Beatty will be at the line.
Great rebound.
Hayden Beatty, yeah, she skied for that board.
Yes.
Came down and then lifted a shot. Almost went in. So Beatty, 2 shots with 54.4 seconds left. First shot off the mark. Second shot, she got it to go. 11-point lead. But again,
during the JV game, that same thing happened, and the West player dove for the ball and stole it.
Free throw shots upcoming as the free throw whirlwind continues.
And you know what? Right there, I know it's a novel idea, but right there, a lot of times coaches they tell the players, do not foul, do not stop the clock. If they're going to score that, let them score, because they can score. The ball can bounce around for a while because the clock never stops. And then throw it in and then do it, because they need several possessions.
Yeah, you could drain at least 5 seconds.
Yes.
You've got that
Easy.
to get it inbound.
Yes.
Probably closer to 10 seconds.
Correct.
So 2 shots.
Oh.
Inbounds. Body's hitting the deck. Presley comes out with it. Presley to the hole. Can't get it to go. Fight for the rebound. Shots on the other end.
Oof. Yeah.
Foul on Franklin.
So right now, if you notice, there's only been 8 seconds to go off the clock, and now they have a chance to cut this to a 7-point game.
It'll be Ava Gardner at the line for 2 shots. Fouls on Beatty, her 4th. Gardner hits the first.
Your best inbound play right here.
Didn't hit the second. Panthers grabbed the rebound briefly. Jump ball, possession arrow to Franklin.
Now, get the ball in.
That's the goal. It's full court for
Yes.
West.
Get the ball in.
He's got to get it inbounds.
There you go.
She's going to immediately be
Someone
fouled.
needs to get to the middle.
Queen tried to throw it off of a Falcon. It came back and hit her
in the hand, yes.
But it's going to stay with West Henderson now on their end. A men to trigger. She gets it in to Gardner. High pass, intercepted by Presley.
Go all the way to the hole.
Presley kicks it out, draining more clock down to 20 seconds. West Henderson may have. Now they're going to foul. I didn't know if Coach Beyer had called off the Dogs. Still got a chance. You're only down 59-51, but.
And that was a great play by Audrey Presley.
It was.
She didn't go in timid. She went to go get that ball, and she stole it.
Wilson will foul out of the ball game. Janiyah Wilson fouls out. 2 shots at the free throw line. First one up and good for Callie Queen. Queen gets the roll on the second. 10-point lead. 3 off the mark. We're down to 7 seconds. Franklin will secure the rebound with 4.5. Foul on West Henderson.
Okay.
2 more shots.
And now I can say my theory on what happened, because I saw the whole varsity team go over there. I think they went over there for the celebration for the Lady Panthers, because like to beat someone that's undefeated, that's big. That's very big, especially after coming off of that heartbreak game the other day. Like this is pretty big for them.
First shot off the mark. One more for Audrey Presley. Can't hit. Final seconds will tick off. At the buzzer. That'll do it. It's a final.
Yes.
61-51. Franklin takes down West Henderson, hands them their first conference loss. They fall to 10-1 in the Mountain 7 Conference and 16-6 overall. Franklin advances to 13-10 and 9-3 in the conference. They'll finish the conference slate at 9-3. West Henderson has one more game on Tuesday night, and if they win that one, then they will be conference champions in the regular season. The conference tournament is coming up next Friday. And the Panthers have locked in a number 3 seed.
And right there for the Lady Panthers. Now, because going into the tournament, if you've lost a couple teams 2 times, and but right now you beat the undefeated team. So going into the tournament, you could actually win the whole thing, and that's big. That's a big. You can use that as a coach, in these practices leading up to the conference tournament.
West Henderson, if they win on Tuesday night, will secure the number 1 overall seed, and they will get a first-round bye. Not playing next Friday, but everybody else will play in the first round, and Franklin will be at home here at the Panther Den. And, of course, we'll have that ball game when we get word on who they'll be playing. We'll let you know the time. We'll have it on YouTube and Facebook. They're getting set up for the senior night festivities that will be occurring here right directly, as a lot of folks have made their way into the gymnasium. A lot of balloons, a lot of flowers. They'll be honoring the basketball teams first. The girls just got done with their game, and of course the boys will be warming up to get ready for their ball game. And we'll have some other winter sports teams that will be honored here very, very shortly. As you see, a good shot there from Phillips' camera of the underclassmen that are awaiting the seniors. See Max McClure and Hervey there. They've got some.
It is now time for senior night for our winter sport athletes. First, men's basketball. Reed Raby, escorted by Ryan, Amber, Ella, Bailey, and Charlie. Our next player, Jacob Gibson, and manager Allison McAllister, with Beth and Elijah Simmons. Next up, Braxton Deal with Joe and Devin, Caroline, Addie, Kinley, and Willie. Braxton is also on the men's indoor track team and has qualified for the state meet in high jump and the relays. Next up, Caleb Chapman with Greg and Crystal Chapman. That's our men's basketball. Men's basketball, you are dismissed. Good luck. Up next, women's basketball. Our first player, Avery Moffitt with Penny, Justin, Finley, Emmy, and Ellie. Our next player, Avery Williamson with Jeff and Jody. Next up, Cassidy Parker with Crystal and Sean, Lance, Candace, and Savannah. Next up, McKinley Cochran with Julie, Jamie, and Elias. Our next sport, men's swimming. First up, Jose Gomez, escorted by Melissa and Alfredo, Eduardo, and Anna. Our next senior, Caden Martini, Amber Magoli, and Darren Patterson. Next up, women's swimming. Natalie Claire Ballard with Amy and Brock, Audrey and Emma. Logan Gwynn with Billy and Allison Gwynn. Riley Cassida, Becky, Luke, Lily, and Blake. Riley is also on the track team. Our last senior woman swimmer, Gracie Elliott, with Regina and Les. Our next sport, women's indoor track. First up, Ella Brinson, Tina and Jason Brinson, Lily, Maya, and Mac. Up next, Tally Kinsland with Amy, David, and Siler Kinsland. Claire Hovis with Tammy, Brad, and Lily. Hope Smith with Jason, Sherry, and Grant. Boston Stringer with Chris and Amanda Stringer. Up next, men's indoor track. Wyatt Cantrell with Eric, Anna, and Owen. Elijah Cochran, Philip and Crystal Cochran, and Gracie. Barrett Stork with James and Ginger Stork, Clara and Lucy. Logan Russo with Michaela Forrester and Jason Russo. Aaron Jennings with Edith and Josephine Jennings. Next up, women's wrestling. Lily Whitesides with Matt and Jerry Whitesides. Leslie Flores with Annabelle Flores and Frankie. Seniors, thank you for your hard work and dedication. Panther fans, let them hear it one more time.
That's a great shot there. Look at all those senior athletes.
Yes.
Around the scores table, both baselines. The only ones that aren't out there are the boys varsity seniors for the basketball team. They'll head out. We'll start the clock here. And then the varsity teams of the boys' side will come out and start warming up for West and Franklin. A lot of the fat heads you see in the hands of some of the students. And a lot of roses, a lot of pictures being taken now.
Yes.
A great night. You always remember
you always remember your senior.
Yes, senior night, senior recognition. And
correct.
For the girls varsity, they're going to remember this win tonight.
Yes, I'm telling you, like, it's weird because if you look over across, I don't know if you can get a shot of Coach Hartbarger sitting over there. He looks exhausted, like he was playing. And that's what I kept on looking at. I saw him come out, he came out and he was sitting there. And yes, he came over and had his little thermos and he drank his water and he just took a sigh because that's a big win.
Yeah,
like when you're playing against anybody that's undefeated in anything, it's hard, especially at the end of the season. It's hard to beat them because all they know how to do is win. Because losing is a habit, just like winning is a habit. And if someone's used to winning, that's why the game was still close at the end, because they're used to winning. And, for them to do what they did, especially after how they looked the other night against Swain, that's a big win for the Lady Panthers.
All right, here comes both West Henderson and Franklin. They'll start warming up. And hopefully they'll start the clock here. We're going to be here till midnight. They don't start the clock very, very shortly. West Henderson and Franklin going to be doing battle here in about 10 minutes or so, or maybe longer, depending on when they decide to start the clock. What we're going to do here, we're going to take a break. We're going to talk to head coach Doug Clemens of the boys varsity. He'll talk about that win on Wednesday night, come from behind win against Swain County, and then talk about West Henderson. Briefly talk about that game that happened on January 16th. And it was a blowout win for West Henderson over in Mills River. All right, let's head off to break. Stay with us. Hey fans, George Young, joined with head coach Doug Clemens of the boys varsity and coach on a Wednesday night non-conference game. Swain and Franklin know each other, played for many, many years, not just at the high school level and other levels. So you knew going in it was going to be a nip and tuck game, and that's what it ended up being, Coach. And some things down the stretch led to a score that, if folks looked at it, they had a comfortable lead throughout, and they ended up winning. But it was a very close ball game, and it came down to that last 60 seconds or so.
It did. We knew going in, Swain's got a very good team this year. They present a lot of problems. They've got size. They're athletic. They've won a bunch of ball games. We play a lot of Smoky Mountain Conference teams, and Andrews being one of them, and Andrews was able to beat us earlier in the season, and, of course, Swain beat them the first time they played them. So we knew that it was going to be tough, and it was a very physical game. Had a lot of, loose ball situations, tough rebounds. And I think in the end that's probably what won the game for us, that and the execution down the stretch. Made some free throws to extend the lead, which that's been a little bit of our Achilles heel all season long. But glad to get the win and came at a good time. And I thought it was a really good game to prepare us for tonight's game against West Henderson.
Yeah, you had talked about that earlier in the season when you rescheduled this Swain game that you ended up winning on Wednesday night. Tonight's game, it's West Henderson. It's senior night, so a lot of festivities before the game, between games. They're going to be honoring Max McClure tonight as well, depending on when you're seeing this. It may have already happened. Talk about what you guys learned from that game a couple of weeks back, and what do you expect out of tonight?
Well, like you say, there's a lot going on, but I hope our team is focused. We have 4 seniors, Jacob Gibson, Reed Raby, Braxton Deal, and Caleb Chapman, and they've been a part of our program, for a while, and we're very proud of them, and we want to honor them tonight with the best effort that we can put on the floor. So that's one of the things that we're using for senior night for. Obviously, they're going to want to play well when they're in the game because they're representing themselves. Last regular season home game, representing their families and everything will be here tonight. So, we expect that to be a positive. About West Henderson, you're right. They gave us one of our worst losses of the year at West Henderson, probably the worst game we played in conference play all year. Credit to them. But they really kind of physically dominated us over there. They've got a lot of size, and they just killed us on the boards. So since that night, we have made it an emphasis to do a better job rebounding, and we've gotten much better at it. So I'm anxious. Told the guys at practice yesterday, I'm anxious to see if the improvement shows up against them tonight, because they're the ones that kind of got us started thinking that we better do something different.
Well, as always, Coach, good luck tonight. Now, we will see you again next Friday as you guys have locked in a home first-round tournament game. Don't know exactly who the opponent's going to be, but we'll talk to you a week from tonight in the opening round of the tournament.
Sounds good.
Exciting times. All right, fans, stay with us. We've got more to come. Welcome back, fans, as we get set for the boys varsity. George Young, Tony Christie. Glad that you're with us. Senior night. Just saw the senior night festivities as they honored all of the winners sports teams here at Franklin High School, along with the basketball teams, wrestling, indoor track, swimming. The boys varsity are out warming up, and Tony, it wasn't a nice night to be a Panther fan on January 16th. Both the girls and the boys teams lost in blowouts.
Correct.
In Mills River. 64-44 was the final in the boys varsity. And as you just heard from Coach Doug Clemens, it was probably one of their worst ball games that they had all year. And they have learned a lot. He talked about rebounding and boxing out, and really that was a catalyst for a lot of things that they have improved on since that ball game.
Yes, and that's what that ball game was, it's like an eternity ago in basketball time. It seems like it was so long, and they've done some good things since then. Yeah. And tonight they want to, they just saw what the Lady Panthers did, and that they were undefeated. They have to make sure that they get to an early start, just like the Lady Panthers did. And once you get that and you feel it, you get it going good and get into a good rhythm, anything can happen.
And we want to mention, too, that Max McClure, he was honored for those 47 points on Tuesday night, the single-game record for Franklin High School. He is just 32 points away from 1,000 points in his career. He's a junior. Guaranteed he's going to hit 1,000 points at this point, barring any catastrophic injuries, obviously. But he could do it tonight.
Right.
So we will be on Max McClure watch.
Right.
If he hits 32 points tonight, the Panthers have a good chance.
Right.
If he doesn't, it's going to be a tough ball game either way. He's going to have some of his teammates step up. But we saw a magnificent performance in the girls' game. Maybe we'll see the same here tonight on senior night. A lot of emotion. Too.
Yeah, a lot of emotion. Max got he got that award. At the beginning of the night, he got that award, and his teammates they were all cheering for him too. Yeah. And that's what this game's about. Your teammates, everyone is involved in it. Max wasn't just out there playing by himself to score this 47. His teammates were out there passing the ball and and playing defense, and that's why they got the win. And if they can do that and have a team effort in stopping West, and West is a very strong team. We've been watching West for a couple of years now in the tournament. We see them play a lot, and last year they were real good, led by Jackson Lyda, and that's where it's going to start. It's going to start on the defensive end for the Panthers. If the Panthers can come out and have a solid defensive plan, the crowd will get them into making some shots here and there and things like that. But what you want to do is have the crowd have your back, and that can only happen if you're getting stops. Because if West comes out and they're scoring, the crowd's going to be quiet and no one's going to be in the game, and then it might get ugly.
Well, we are getting closer and closer to tip-off. Got about 60 seconds. Looking at the roster here, you may have seen me glancing at the roster. Again, a lot of juniors, just like the West Henderson girls team, the West Henderson boys team. A lot of juniors and a bunch of seniors. So this is a veteran team.
Correct.
And it is shown here in the 23-24 campaign. All right, it looks like we are just about set for the starting lineups to be introduced. We'll head down to a public address announcer, Mark Sutton.
Going by for some great food. Thank you for your support of the Franklin Panthers. Welcome, everyone, to the Panther Den with tonight's varsity boys matchup. West Henderson in your hometown, Franklin Panthers. First, the starting lineup for West Henderson. Number 3, Jackson Lyda. Number 10, Truett Manuel. Number 11, Diego Castro. Number 12, Tyler Nash. And number 35, Grant Putnam. Panthers go lights out in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Fans, get on your feet for tonight's starting lineup. At guard, number 3, Max McClure. At guard, number 12, a senior, Reed Raby. At forward, number 24, a senior, Caleb Chapman. At center, number 34, Jacob Gibson. At forward, number 40, Braxton Deal.
And Franklin under the direction of head coach Doug Clemens. West Henderson under the direction of Brandon Brooks. And as we had expected, seniors in the lineup for
Correct.
Coach Doug Clemens.
Yes, and I've seen this lineup before because I've coached this lineup before. So good luck to these guys. The seniors should do well.
Braxton Deal, one of the seniors. He'll be jumping center on Grant Putnam, and it's the Panthers that have the opening possession.
Good job right there by Braxton Dale, not just to let it go and start the hustle early.
Reed Raby for three. Off the mark. West going to come out with the rebound. Tyler Nash secures it, quickly gives it up.
And the Panthers come out in a 2-3.
Wide up top, he'll swing it into the corner. That's Stanley. Back around the horn, Manuel. Manuel to Castro. There you go, Castro. Knocked away. It's Max McClure. McClure off balance shot wouldn't go. Lyda with a rebound. Outlet. Grant Putnam. West Henderson on the scoreboard first. 2-0 Falcons. McClure, top of the key. Three. Got it. Max McClure from downtown. But it gives the Panthers a 1-point lead.
That's what you want right there from your leading scorer.
Diego Castro answers the McClure three with a three of his own. West Henderson up 5-3 as it's McClure into the front court. He'll kick it. Noah Brannon can't hit from downtown. Quickly, up court. Putnam will be at the line for a couple of shots. The senior will shoot two. After Reed Raby will pick up his first foul. It'll be the first whistle for either team in this first quarter. 6'5" senior misses the first.
And that last three right there by Caleb Chapman, that was a good shot. It was a good shot. It's just that, he hasn't played much, so it's one of those you kind of have to move around and then get a lather before you want to take that shot. But as a senior, he wants, you want to make sure you try to, when you get your chance, you do get it up.
McClure into the corner. It's Raby. Back to McClure. McClure got to find Chapman. Now it's Raby. Thought about a three.
Good pass.
This is a pass. It's secured deep in the corner. Did he step on the sideline? Yeah, he did. Braxton Deal pivoted, and he stepped out of bounds. Six minutes. First quarter. Lyda thought about it. Now he's going to attempt. Jackson Lyda lighting it up.
Yes, and that's one of the main guys you don't want to have any open shots.
McClure. Bounce pass. Deal kicks it. McClure off balance. Rebound Chapman. Kicks it out. It's McClure. McClure driving in. Couldn't get it to go. Got his own rebound. Goes back up. Leans in. Can't get the roll, but Max will be at the line for a couple of shots. First foul whistled on West Henderson. Foul going against Tyler Nash. It'll be his first and the team's first. McClure hits the first. Hit them both, did McClure. Lyda going to feed Nash. He finds Putnam deep underneath. Now Castro with it deep in the corner. Dribbles out. Over to Lyda. Lyda runs a shot free throw line.
Tough shot. I'm about to say that's a high level move right there by Lyda.
Reed Raby. Through the hands of McClure. Out of bounds. Lyda harassed by Reed Raby. He'll give it up. High hits Putnam. Over to Castro. Nash does swing a pass to Putnam. He gets the roll. Check that. That wasn't Putnam. That was Truett Manuel. Truett Manuel with the bucket. Give West a 13-5 lead. Chapman corner three. No. West chance to take a double-digit lead. Lyda will be at the line.
Good block by Jacob Gibson.
So Raby's going to pick up a foul. That'll be his second. And the team's second. Jackson Lyda, 2 shots.
And Coach Plymouth's wholesale subs leaving Max McClure in the game.
First one up and good. 9-point advantage. Brannon checks in. Hervey checks in. DeZarn into the game. So
Rowers.
And William Rowers. So you've got your 5 starters in the ball game. Shot no. Nash grabbed the rebound, couldn't get it. Pass intercepted. McClure gives it up. Knocked away. Lyda with it, and a foul. Going against McClure, I believe. First on Max, and it'll be the third whistled on Franklin. 3:58 to go first quarter. Truett Manuel with it. Finds Nash. Nash now to Lyda. Lyda trying to get separation. Swings it up top, Putnam. Over to Diego Castro. Castro picks up his dribble. Got to find Nash. Over to Manuel. Picks up his dribble, does Manuel. Heaves one to Nash, gets position. Nash shoots, can't hit. Offensive rebound, stick back, Diego Castro.
Good defense right there by Hervey. All they need to do is crash the boards. Guards need to crash the boards in this game and rebound the basketball.
Braylon DeZarn, off-balance shot. Couldn't get it to go baseline, but so he was fouled. So there's some foul shots coming up for Braylon DeZarn. It'll be the second foul whistled on West Henderson. It'll be the first on Jackson Lyda. And DeZarn hits the first. One more for Braylon. Back of the iron. West comes out quickly with it. Castro into the front court. Now it's Lyda. Lobs one, Putnam. Wouldn't go, got his own rebound. Back up and good for Putnam.
Good strong move by Putnam.
McClure kicks. Noah Brannon wouldn't fall from the three-point line. Lyda deep three. Max comes out with it. McClure will bring it up.
Good job right there by Braylon DeZarn to knock that away from the defender.
McClure just inside the three-point arc. Fight for position underneath. Another offensive rebound. Shot wouldn't go for Truett Manuel. DeZarn lost control in the paint. Kicks it. Brannon got his defender in the air, gives it up. McClure over to DeZarn. Minute 57 to go here in the first. Hervey lost control. Diego Castro, coast to coast. Off the glass and good for Castro. Now a 12-point lead for West Henderson. Hervey got it partially blocked. Putnam with it. Grant Putnam finds Manuel into the corner. Castro. Back it goes into Putnam. His shot wouldn't go. William Rowers kicks. McClure, three. Max McClure single-handedly is keeping the Panthers in this ball game. 10 of the 11 points to Max McClure. Nash finds Manuel. Back to Nash. 3. Off, no good. Rowers with the rebound. Brandon hits the deck. William Rowers with the bucket.
Now they need to get a stop. Get an actual stop.
Down to 38, 37, 36 seconds. Lida is going to dribble, drain some clock.
See, and this is where the shot clock would be helpful in high school basketball.
Rowers comes up to guard Lida, so he takes off. 17 seconds. Lida leans. We're heading the other way. It's an offensive foul on Jackson Lida. That's his second. Gibson going to check in for Doug Clemens. Here's the replay.
Yeah, William Rowers slid right over because he was the original defender of Lida, and then on the switch, he knew that he was going to come, and he slid, and it was perfect defense.
McClure with 8 seconds, directing traffic. Max kicks. Rowers, 3. Got it! 1 quarter in the books. The Panthers clawed their way back to within 4 as we head to break.
We are Dalton's Christian Bookstore, North Carolina's largest Christian bookstore. We offer a wide range of gifts and apparel. Children will find a world of fun to explore in our interactive kids section. Dalton's has a huge inventory of Christian literature, including Bibles in all translations. Dalton's, your destination for inspiration.
All right, welcome back. Underway here, second quarter. Manuel drives in, spins, shoots, and he gets the roll.
Tough shot.
Got the shooter's roll that
Yes.
time.
That was a strong shot. If you look at it, he has the biggest shoulders of anyone out there.
McClure, baseline, jumper, off the mark. West comes out quickly with it. Robinson will hold it. Center jump circle. Over to Castro. He was partially blocked from behind. Loose ball picked up by Max McClure off the shot of Truett Manuel. Now Desarn in the front court. Finds Rowers. Rowers heaves one up. Gets the whistle. It'll be at the line for a couple. All right, this is
the end of the end of halftime right there. If you look at Max, he knows what's happening, and everyone thinks that he's going to shoot the ball, but he was setting it up for William to get that three. And that's where it's one of those things to where most people think that someone that scores 47 points, they're going to shoot that ball. But, Max actually is a point guard that can score. And that's that right there, that play right there illustrated that to the T.
Yeah, you might have even heard my commentary talking about he was directing traffic. He was pointing the other way,
yes,
trying to get the defense to go that way.
Correct.
Shot up and good, the second by Rowers after he missed the first. 22-17. Putnam gives it up to Castro. About to split a double team, lost control, and it's off of Castro. It'll be Panther basketball. Coach Brooks going to get a guy off the bench, and Jude Lida another senior for West Henderson. We haven't checked the conference standings. We'll talk about that here next dead ball, Tony, as West Henderson and East Henderson are tied at the top of the conference. McClure, 3 off the mark. And the board to West. They'll push quick. Jude Lyda with it. Over to Robinson. He dribbles out. Robinson gets caught up. Now Jude Lyda with it. He's open for 3. Back of the iron. And the board off to William Rowers. Rowers on the dribble. Kicks it. Brannon. Noah Brannon from downtown.
Yes.
Timeout on the floor. West Henderson and Coach Brandon Brooks wants to talk it over. Here's the Mountain 7 Conference standings heading into the 2 final games tonight. And then on Tuesday night, West Henderson will host Tuscola Franklin. This is their final regular season night of basketball. West Henderson, East Henderson tied at the top, 8-2. You see North Henderson, who just beat East Henderson on Tuesday night. They're at 8-3. Franklin in the 4th slot, pretty much locked in to that 4 seed in the conference tournament. That means that most likely it'll be a rematch, the 3rd time, Pisgah and Franklin, next Friday here at the Panther Den.
That's hard.
In the opening round of the Mountain 7 Conference Tournament. And Franklin has won in both meetings.
Hard to beat someone 3 times.
3. Manuel couldn't hit. Long board. William Rowers with it. Both the girls and the boys teams will host in the first round of the tournament as Noah Brannon shuffles his feet and the walking violation is called.
Noah Brannon, he's been playing pretty good, as of late. He had a little slump in the middle of the season where he, really couldn't hit anything, but now he's found his stroke.
Nash kicks. Putnam with it up high. Jude Lyda, he holds it high. Dangerous pass. Manuel picks it up over to Lyda. Hits a 3. And he can't get the roll. Rowers comes out with it for the Panthers. Rowers and jump ball. Possession arrow to Franklin. Fans didn't like it.
No.
I want to credit whoever put the balloons up here, Tony.
Correct.
They thought about us and did not have them in our line of sight.
Correct. It's been great.
It has been. I've always had to go and lower the balloons when I get here, but I don't know who it was that put the balloons up, but they remembered. They've got a nice memory. I'm going to have to thank them. The senior night balloons here in the stands. Jude Lyda kicks it. Up high, it's Nash. Now Manuel just inside the arc. Jumper, good. Short Manuel, the senior, with the J. 24-20. 4-point lead for West. 4.5 left here in the second. Brandon dishes. McClure deep. Tries to get position. Can't get the bucket. Got his own rebound. Can't get the second shot to go.
That's one of those, don't look for the foul. Just try to score it regardless of what's happening.
Manuel kicks, top of the key. Putnam 3, back of the iron. Rebound Robinson. Robinson fighting his way in. High, off the glass, and good for Neil Robinson.
Good move by Robinson to get that off the backboard.
West by 6, 26-20. Rowers, jumper. Rebound McClure. Max will be at the line.
And like I mentioned before, Max leads the team in rebounds as well. Close to 9. It's like 9 rebounds.
Yeah.
Yes, averaging.
He hits the first. Foul was on Tyler Nash. That's his second, and it's the second on West here in the second quarter. 3:34 to go. 26-21, back to a 5-point lead for West Henderson. One more for Max McClure. Got the second to go. 12 points for Max McClure. Manuel swings it. Blake Phillips has checked into the game. He had it briefly over to Jackson Lyda. Lyda going to attack. Jackson Lyda will be at the line. First whistled on Franklin here in the second quarter. I was going against Noah Brannon, his first. First shot up and good for Jackson Lyda. He'll get one more. Second opportunity. He gets that one to go. DeZarn thought about a step back. Finds McClure, who kicks it out. Three off the mark from the corner. Outlet to Putnam. Nifty passing. Manuel, yes. Top of the key. He's open.
Yes, the pull and kick right there in the ball movement was actually very, very good by West.
Check that out. It was Blake Phillips, top of the key. Got the three to go. And a turnover. Putnam. All the way to the hole, and a whistle and a timeout. All of a sudden, the lead for West Henderson is ballooned to 11. And Doug Clemens has seen enough for Franklin, and he is going to call a timeout, talk it over. 30-second timeout for the Panthers. Senior night festivities happened before the boys' varsity.
Yes.
If you are looking for those, you have to go back and watch. Once we're off, you can go back and watch those festivities on senior night, last regular season night of basketball. But both girls and boys teams, as I mentioned a couple times, will be back here next Friday for the opening round of the Mountain 7 Conference basketball tournament, as it is almost tournament time. Braylon DeZarn with it. DeZarn kicks. It's William Rowers. Feeding McClure. Lost it. Secured it. Rowers holds it high. Drives in. Rowers got it blocked out of bounds. And it'll stay with Franklin.
You know what? It's one of those things where if you're playing a varsity boys game, you should come out and watch the girls game for a little while so you know how they're calling. And they're calling this game exactly how they called the girls game.
Gibson powers up. No. McClure will be at the line. Couldn't get the second shot to go. So Neil Robinson will pick up the foul. That's his first, and it's the third on West. McClure hits the first. $13 points now for Max McClure. He gets them both. Manuel, step back. Rebound McClure. Approaching 90 seconds left. McClure pulls up off the mark. Rebound Gibson.
Nice.
Gibson off the glass. Jackson Lyda flopped, didn't get the call.
Yes. And you need plays like that to get you back, get the crowd back in the game. Now they need to get a stop.
70 seconds left in the first half. Putnam. Now it's Phillips, free throw line. Lifts the shot short. Student section letting them know that was an air ball.
Ooh, he had a blowout. Jacob Gibson had a blowout.
Yeah.
All the way. Kind of like Zion. Zion Williamson.
Looking at his shoe. He's trying to run into the locker room now.
Yeah.
Get another one. Rowers a catch and shoot three. Attic Sutton steals it.
Good pass.
Desarn spins. Off balance. Braylon Desarn.
Nice move by Braylon.
Putnam. Blocking foul upcoming.
So right there, all Braxton Dill had to do, because he had enough time. He was there, but he just needed to move over slightly. Move over slightly, he would have ran right into his chest.
Braxton Deal picks up his first, team second. No shots, 26.0 left. First half. Phillips in the corner. High pass, Manuel up top. 20 seconds. Putnam couldn't get it.
Good defense right there by Rowers.
William Rowers. Off balance, no. 7 seconds left. West Henderson going to push up court into the hands of Lyda with 3 seconds. Spins, shoots, got it. That'll do it. 1 half in the books here at the Panther Den. 35-28. West Henderson holds a 7-point advantage over the Panthers as both teams head in for a breather and to talk strategy. Very entertaining first half, Tony.
Very entertaining.
Back and forth. But if you look at the stat column for the Panthers, you knew that Max was going to have a ton of points. He's got 13, but he's going to have some teammates step up if Franklin wants to win this ball game.
Yes, if you looked at, at the end of that first quarter, it was a little closer. And, Max had 10 points in that first quarter. And that last second quarter, he only had 3, right? Correct? He only had 3
from the free throw line.
Yeah, from the free throw line. So, it was a concerted effort by West to not let him score. It's like anybody else except for him. And that's what they've been able to do. And so right now, some of the other Panthers are going to have to step up and actually score the ball and get stops, continue to get stops.
All right, we're going to take a break here. We'll come back and get some more analysts analyzing that first half and get you set for the third quarter here in just a few moments. Stay with us.
My name is Jonah Brandt, and I'm from Franklin High School. I'm a sophomore, and I'm on the swim and dive team. And last year I made it 3rd in state for diving. My personal goals for this year is to win state for diving, and then try and break the record for school. So I don't really have any goals for after high school, but I know that I want to swim or dive for a college team, and then probably major in for aviation. So I've known Mr. McClure for a long time. For dive practices, we have to go all the way to Asheville. It's about an hour drive. We would usually go Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, and we would just talk about how the team does, personal life too. But it just meant a lot to me that I get to hang out with my coach.
Join Backlot Cinema and the Blue Ridge Bartram Trail Conservancy for Walking with Bartram, a section hike of the Bartram Trail through Georgia and North Carolina. Streaming now on YouTube and Facebook.
Welcome back. We're at the half of the boys varsity. You see the half-court shooting contest happening. That always happens at the boys varsity. Been talking about the upcoming schedule and the tournament coming up. Here's the schedule. Next Friday, it is the first round of the Mountain 7 Conference Basketball Tournament. And both the girls and the boys teams will be hosting in the first round. And then if they're lucky enough to win, then they will advance to the 20th of February, and that'll be at West Henderson in Mills River, the semifinals, and then the finals also hosted at West Henderson. And on the boys' side here, the possible seeding, depending on what happens tonight, there's a bunch of games happening on Tuesday. Franklin won't be participating in those games because the regular season is over tonight, but West Henderson will be taking on Tuscola rather, on Tuesday. East and West at the top. You see North in the third slot, but only one game separating all of those teams. And you see Franklin and Pisgah, and then Tuscola and Smoky Mountain to round out the conference standings. All right, we got about 3 minutes until we'll get to third quarter action, so we'll take another break, come back, tip off the third quarter right after this.
We are Dalton's Christian Bookstore, North Carolina's largest Christian bookstore. We offer a wide range of gifts and apparel. Children will find a world of fun to explore in our interactive kids section. Dalton's has a huge inventory of Christian literature, including Bibles in all translations. Dalton's, your destination for inspiration.
Welcome back. A few seconds before we will tip off the third quarter here at the Panther Den. It's senior night.
Yes.
Seniors honored before tonight's varsity boys game between the varsity girls and the varsity boys. And we had that ceremony here on YouTube and Facebook. So once we're done, you can go back. You can watch it 3 or 4 times if you'd like. Both teams back out of the locker room. Strategy here for both teams. Doug Clemens first, Tony.
Get some stops and try to get them in foul trouble on the offensive end. Try to, bring the ball, get the ball to the basket, things like that. And then on the other side for West, keep on doing what you're doing. You can tell they're a senior-laden team that they've played a lot of basketball because everyone has a role and they all play their roles to a T. No one's actually trying to do anything that they can't do. You see a lot of times with guys on the West, they're open, but that you have to try to get them to shoot the ball. Not the guys like Jackson Lyda and Truett Manuel. You got to make sure that someone else beats you.
It's Putnam up top, finds Diego Castro. We'll swing it around. It's Lyda. Jackson Lyda lobs underneath, spinning and shooting and hitting. Tyler Nash. 9-point lead now for West Henderson. Franklin held an early lead till West went on a run and has not surrendered it. William Rowers back of the iron. Rebound, Jackson Lyda. Feeds Manuel. Manuel finds a cutting Putnam to the hole. Grant Putnam.
Textbook fast break right there by West.
Yes. Sure was. 39-28, 11-point advantage as Braylon Desarn finds William Rowers. Now Desarn thought about a three. Drives. Kicks. McClure on the dribble. Finds position. Leans in. Can't hit. McClure had 14 points in that first half. Putnam, aggressive to the hole, no. Rebound Rowers. It's Reed Raby from the corner. Wouldn't go. Shots are not falling. Putnam. Oh. Be at the line, I believe. We'll see if he was in the act of shooting.
I had a call on the floor.
Did the call on the floor?
Maybe.
No, they're going to say he was in the act of shooting. Reed Raby picks up his third. And Putnam hits the first. 12-point lead now for West. Noah Brannon heads into the ball game off the bench. And the second shot up and good for Putnam. These two teams met on January 16th. And it was West Henderson coming out victorious 64-44. Hold a 13-point lead currently. Braylon Desarn over to Brandon. Brandon backs it out. He'll find Braylon. Now Brannon in the paint, short with the shot. And Manuel will bring it up across that timeline. Lyda open. Couldn't get the roll. Rebound, it's McClure. Hervey spins, finds McClure. Now Hervey open, attacks. Wouldn't go, got his own rebound, goes back up. Wouldn't roll for him.
Good hustle
Iron,
right there.
Unkind on this side.
Very. Panthers haven't scored this this quarter yet.
Nash.
Good box out.
West is not lighting it up either. DeZarn. McClure, 3. Got it! 17 points for Max McClure. Three, trying to answer. Castro.
Good box out by Hervey.
Down court, quick 3. Braylon DeZarn, no. Rebound, Lyda. Lyda thought about it, feeds.
Charge.
Offensive foul.
Good job by Hervey. Take that, because that you have to be. Good job by Hervey to take that. You have to be very, very tough to take that one, because Tyler Nash is 6'5", 250. Okay, so that's a man right there going in there, and Hervey took that right in the chest.
Hervey takes a seat as Gibson will check in. Jacob Gibson into the ball game. Rowers drives on 2 defenders, couldn't hit. Manuel with the rebound. Manuel coast to coast. Drew Emanuel gives West a 12-point lead, 43-31. Under 3.5 left, third quarter. McClure kicks it. DeZarn, jumper, didn't hit the iron. Outlet, it's Lyda. Off the glass.
And that's a old vet move right there by Lyda to contest the shot and just keep on running down the court. Get the Snowbird 2-point.
Three minutes left, third quarter. McClure, 3. Gibson with the rebound. Gibson with the bucket. Jacob Gibson on senior night, the senior with 2 points. 2:37 left. Castro over to Putnam. Now Lyda. Castro's open. Can't hit. Putnam with the rebound. 6'5". Putnam been dominant on the boards. Jackson Lyda to the hole. Jackson Lyda with the bucket, making it a 47-33 West Henderson lead. A whistle and a timeout. Coach Doug Clemens. Franklin wants to talk things over with 2:11 to go in the third. And all of a sudden you look up and West continues to extend that lead, and the shooting is not going the way of the Panthers here in this third quarter.
No, it's not. It's when you're playing against veteran teams like this, as you can see, whatever that the Panthers are doing is not affecting West at all. They're not changing anything they're doing. You have to make them do something that they don't want to do. And right now, they're very comfortable because they're like we said, they're a veteran team that understands how to play basketball. And when everyone knows what they're supposed to be doing, it's hard to rattle them, but you kind of have to figure out a way to make them uncomfortable.
So Rowers will trigger. Into Braylon DeZarn. Finds McClure. Now to Gibson. Back out to Max. Max, shot partially blocked at a foul. Called on Robinson, I believe. Yeah, it's going to go against Robinson. Second on West, third on Robinson. Max McClure at the line. And he can't hit the first. Hit the second. 18 points for Max McClure. Robinson swings it over. It's Manuel with it, guarded by McClure. Manuel going to throw it out of bounds.
That was a good possession right there because they made West be uncomfortable on the offensive end for the first time this half.
Pass stolen away. Truett Manuel. He'll get the bucket.
Good anticipation right there by Truett Manuel.
Last game of the regular season in the 2022-2023 campaign saw Franklin head over to Mills River. Braxton Deal, his body's hit the deck. Deal going to spin, lose control. It's Manuel. And he couldn't get it to go. Almost an offensive goaltending.
Yes.
Able to get the rebound. It was Nash, and he got the bucket. And West Henderson has extended that lead, 51-34. Finishing my thought before the end of this third quarter. Franklin traveled over to Mills River. Last game of the regular season, leading the conference. Lost in overtime to West Henderson and lost the regular season conference title.
Correct. Yes.
In heartbreaking fashion.
Heartbreak. Yes, it was the heartbreak.
I mean, ripped their hearts out. Had led the entire season, the top of the conference the entire season last year.
Yes.
Could not hoist a banner. These two teams have a lot of history.
Yes.
Robinson with it. Over to Nash. Finds Manuel. Manuel heaves one up. Almost went in. Good gracious. McClure with 2 seconds lost control. That'll do it. 3 quarters in the books, and West Henderson is putting it on the Panthers. Up 51-34. We'll take a break. Stay with us.
Join Backlot Cinema and the Blue Ridge Bartram Trail Conservancy for Walking with Bartram, a section hike of the Bartram Trail through Georgia and North Carolina. Streaming now on YouTube and Facebook.
Fourth quarter underway, 51-34. West Henderson holding the advantage. Franklin has possession to begin this fourth quarter rather, as William Rowers will be at the line after he missed that shot that got bumped.
Yes. The biggest thing I noticed right now, going into this fourth quarter, is the I don't know if you can tell from TV or whatever you're watching it on, but you can see the body language. You can always tell if a team is really into it and they're really going to come back or really going to win a game by the body language. And the body language right now by the Panthers is not good at all. And on the other end, West, their body language has been, nonchalant. They're just, come to work. And so when you have things like that, it's hard to overcome.
Nazarn, short. Rebound, kicked around. Bodies on the floor out of camera view. Timeout is called. I'm assuming Franklin had possession because Franklin is the one that called a timeout.
Yes.
It'll be a full timeout for Coach Doug Clemens, trailing 53-34. And really out of the locker room, Franklin, since the beginning of the third quarter, only scored 6 points.
Yes.
And that's not going to do it in any ball game.
No, it's not.
Especially against the conference-leading West Henderson Falcons. Just have not been able to hit some shots. And Franklin's had some open looks here in this second half. And credit West Henderson playing some pretty good defense. And
correct.
Really, they're executing offensively like a well-oiled machine. And you can tell these boys have played together for a long time.
And one of the big things is what I said earlier. Everybody knows their role on that team. You can tell there's guys that are open, but they won't shoot it. They'll defer to because that's not what they're supposed to be doing. They know that they're a defensive stopper or they're the person that gets the rebounds or whatever. And then
there's a turnover. It's Manuel.
And Manuel and Lyda, they've been the catalyst to this whole thing.
Attic Sutton holds it, calls out the offense. McClure, 3. Can't get the roll. It's Manuel with the rebound. Outlet pass, Robinson, too tough. We go back to the Panthers. Now trailing by 21. It was a 20-point win for West Henderson back on January 16th, and we're heading towards the same result. McClure kicks. Bounce to Gibson. Out to Rowers. Jacob. Nazarn. Spins. Nazarn can't hit. Rebound McClure. He'll be at the line. Could not get the bucket to go. Max was upset the shot didn't go.
Yes.
And they've just not been going on this end. I mean, there's a lid on this bucket.
Correct.
On the Panthers side, left side of your screen. Open shots just not falling. Foul on Tyler Nash. That's his 4th. Second whistled on West Henderson here in the fourth quarter. 6:26 left. Nash going to take a seat. Grant Putnam checks into the ball game as McClure hits 2 at the free throw line. 20? Is that what you got for McClure?
Yes, 20.
20 points now for Max McClure.
Most of them from the free throw line.
Yeah. Robinson will back it out, guarded by Sutton. Robinson on the dribble in the paint, spins. Knocked around, it'll be off of a Falcon. McClure races. Nazarn, outlet, knocked around. Rowers secures it eventually. Nazarn gets hit on the arm. 3rd foul on West Henderson. Jackson Lyda going to pick up his 3rd. Into the backcourt it goes. Braylon Nazarn. 5.5 left, fourth quarter. Tries to feed to Gibson. Saved out of bounds, and then Gibson shoves Putnam. We're lucky that wasn't an intentional foul.
I have no clue what happened just now. Trying to figure it out.
Another whistle and another timeout on the floor. 30-second timeout, so we'll keep it here. Again, the conference tournament begins next week. A lot of games to be played tonight, and then on Tuesday to decide the final seedings. But West Henderson has been at the top throughout, and they're going to remain unless something drastic happens here.
Yes.
55-36. Falcon basketball and the lead out of the timeout. It's Jackson Lyda. For Putnam, Panthers do pick up in the full court. Now Truett Manuel picks up his dribble, finds Lyda. Lyda, nice dish. Lyda in the corner. Wouldn't go. Gibson with the board. Off to Sutton. Desarn, 3. No, nothing has fallen on this end. Absolutely nothing from the floor.
No.
Out of bounds at the stay with West Henderson. More fans over here grabbing their coats and getting ready to head on to the exits. A lot of folks on the opposite side have already hit the exits. Nash in the corner, Lyda knocked away. Panthers ratcheting up the defense, but the West Henderson has some really good ball handlers.
Yes, they do. And this is one of those things I was talking about during the girls' game. To be able to hold the ball, you have to have several, good, very good ball handlers, and they're not going to lose it.
Manuel finds Lyda. Down to 4:11 left. Blake Phillips. 4 minutes left. Phillips picks up his dribble. Will find Lyda. West has almost drained a minute off the clock. Putnam, high pass over to Phillips. Now it's Lyda. Lyda spins.
Good block.
Pass. Jacob Gibson
Good block
with
by
the block.
Jacob.
Off to Desarn. Desarn gets slammed to the floor. Here's the block. That was a clean block.
Yes, clean block by Jacob Gibson.
Foul whistled on Truett Manuel, his third, 4th on West Henderson. Desarn, after he made sure he still had his teeth, he was at the line. And he can't hit the first. Second shot goes through. Panthers pick up in the backcourt. West breaks it. Phillips. Phillips going to get fouled. A bump on Sutton. Attic Sutton picks up his first. Just the second whistled on Franklin here in the fourth quarter. Truett Manuel in the backcourt. 3:15 left. Manuel will be at the line. Manuel got hurt as he hit the deck. Sutton tried to hold his ground, but I believe he was too far underneath the basket. Truett Manuel still flexing his leg. Or did he blow out a shoe?
No, he twisted his ankle.
Did he? Okay.
Yeah. But he's, as you can tell, he's one of the tougher guys on the team.
he
has the biggest shoulders of any, like I said earlier, some of the biggest shoulders I've seen out here.
Does not want to go out of the game, and so his coach, Brandon Brooks, calls a timeout because he knows it's senior, True Emmanuel, will not check himself out.
Yes.
Well, a timeout here. We'll have some free throws upcoming. Just a 30-second timeout for West Henderson. 3:12 left, 55-37. It's been a quagmire here in the fourth quarter for both teams. Not a lot of scoring.
In the second half for the Panthers, I think it's only been 9 points. 9 points in the second half.
Yeah. At 28 at the half.
Yeah. So unless you're gonna hold the other team to scoring 8 points, you're not gonna really. It's kind of hard. It's kind of hard to get back into a game and win a game, like that.
Manuel hits the first.
And if you look at it, the Panthers actually have played pretty good defense because, West only has 56 points.
Second shot up and good for Manuel. Neil Robinson going to check in for Truett Manuel. It's Desarn bringing it across that timeline. Braylon finds McClure. McClure, jumper. Got it. 22 points for Max McClure. 10 points shy of 1,000. Corner three, short. Rowers comes out with it. Rowers wouldn't fall. Now Robinson going to slow it down. Jackson Lyda will be at the line as he collided, I believe, with Gibson. Nope, going to be Sutton. Okay. Well, Sutton picks up his third. It'll be the fourth on Franklin. And Jackson Lyda, the senior, at the line for 2 shots. First one rims out. Again, glad that you tuned in on this Friday night, fans, wherever you may be. If you're a West Henderson fan, we appreciate you tuning in. If you're a Franklin fan, appreciate you. If you're just a basketball fan, we love you even more.
Yes.
And if you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe to our YouTube channel. You can like our Facebook page. Max McClure will be at the line. As that shot rolls off. Also, you can follow us on Instagram. Make sure you turn on the bell so you can get notifications when we go live on both platforms, on Facebook and on YouTube. McClure hits the first, 23 points for Max McClure, right at his average of 22. .24 points now for Max McClure. He's going to fall a few points shy unless a three-point barrage happens here in the final few moments. We're down to 2 minutes to go. Max came in 32 points away from 1,000 in his career after setting the single-game scoring record on Tuesday night. More shots upcoming for Jackson Lyda. He was honored at halftime of the girls' game. Two shots for Lyda. He gets the first. Braxton Deal going to check in, one of the seniors here on senior night for Coach Clemens. Lyda, second shot, off the mark. Rebound, Reed Raby, another senior. Raby gives it up. Max McClure, top of the key. Won't go. Kicked around, out of bounds. It's going to stay with Franklin. $18-point advantage for West Henderson. Braxton deal with it. Finds McClure. 90 seconds left. McClure spins and shoots. 26 points for Max McClure. Half the points for Franklin.
Yes.
Over half.
That's why when people say, things about, scoring 47, whatever. Right now, the Panthers have 43 points.
Yeah.
So if you really put that in perspective, it's a pretty amazing thing.
Max had that in one game.
Yes, correct. That was earlier in the season, had that in one game. So, yeah.
Of a timeout, as both teams will talk it over. 70 seconds left. And barring an unbelievable comeback, Franklin is going to fall to 7-5 in the conference and 15-8 overall. And West Henderson will advance to 9-2 in the conference.
Coach Brandon Brooks just emptied his bench.
That was the reason for the timeout. So he'll get all of his bench players in for the final few seconds here. Carson Cathy with it. Gave it up to Osman. Now a steal. McClure backs it out. 3. Over to McClure. Another 3. Out of bounds, and it's going to stay with Franklin. Or a foul. No, it's going to stay with Franklin. Tyler Koch going to check in for Doug Clemens. The first time. And it goes Reed Raby. Got it from the corner.
Good shot by Reed Raby.
A difficult one. He caught it and shot it off balance from the corner. And a steal. Reed Raby will be at the line. And one situation. 33.5 seconds left. Raby could cut it to a 10-point lead.
Reed right there just goes for the steal, gets it, and it's an and one. Let's see if they get a steal. Another steal. Make this interesting.
28 seconds left. Out of bounds. It's going to go to West Henderson. Foul, 21.9 to go. Caleb Chapman going to pick up the foul. That'll be his first, and 2 shots upcoming for J.J. Jackson. Jackson will hit the first. One more. Hit them both. 12-point lead, 20 seconds left. Chapman for 3. Braxton Deal with the rebound, the stick back, and may do it. That's it. 10-point win for the West Henderson Falcons as they have a season sweep in the regular season, at least, of the Panthers.
Yes.
A 20-point win at home and a 10-point win here at the Panther Den. They advance to 9-2 in the Mountain 7 Conference, 15 and make that 16-6 overall. Franklin falls to 15-8 and 7-5 in the Mountain 7 Conference. Tough loss on senior night for the boys varsity. We want to congratulate the girls varsity with an impressive 58-41 win over the previously undefeated in the conference West Henderson Lady Falcons. All right, fans, that's going to wrap up the regular season. We'll have some postseason basketball for you next Friday right here. We'll have a doubleheader. Both teams will be in action against a opponent to be determined, and those game times most likely at 6 o'clock and 7:30. But we'll let you know. That's why you need to like our Facebook page and Instagram page, and also subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thanks to our fantastic camera work tonight from Logan, Wesley, Phillip, Clinton Taylor on controls. For Tony Christie, I'm George Young. Until next Friday, so long, everybody.
My name is Jonah Brandt, and I'm from Franklin High School. I'm a sophomore, and I'm on the swim and dive team. And last year I made it third in state for diving. My personal goals for this year is to win state for diving, and then try and break the record for school. So I don't really have any goals for after high school, but I know that I want to swim or dive for a college team, and then probably major in for aviation. So I've known Mr. McClure for a long time. For dive practices, we have to go all the way to Asheville. It's about an hour drive. We would usually go Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, and we would just talk about how the team does, personal life too. But it just meant a lot to me that I get to hang out with my coach.
In open space, Hanley at the 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown.
Davis hits one into right pretty well. Right fielder backpedaling. It's out of here.